This is part 3 of Unitizer Tools. And we're going to talk about alphabates. The first thing we're going to talk about in alphabates is what it is. It is a program for electronically bait stamping and processing non-PDF documents. I mean, that's the essential program. It does have a copy of PDF Stamper in it and another version of PDF Stamper. So it will do PDFs and it'll do paper labels. So this is the first thing you're going to see in your unregistered program. It's going to come up for the registration window. You're going to see a software code, which you're going to copy. And then I take that software code. Normally it says there that you get 14 days trial, and it tends to go along with the 14-day trial of the UnitizerPro program. You'll need to copy that software code and send it to me in an email. And once I get it, I process it and I turn it into an unlock key for your program, which I'll show you in just a second. You're going to send it to licensing@litigationassistant.com. Put whatever subject in that you want, although if you mention it's alphabates license or something like that, it'll bring it to my attention sooner. So you paste that number that you copied and then give us your name and or the name of the licensee and a company or some kind of identifying factors, because if we have you on file especially, we want to keep a record of the products that you have so we can better serve you. So just send that email to me and I use that information to create your unlock key. Okay, so then you'll get this email back with the unlock key, and you'll put the unlock key in that space, submit, and it'll tell you unlock key accepted, and that's your registration process. So now if you open up Alphabates, you'll see that it is registered. And you'll be free to use the program past the 14-day trial shutdown. And I'll move the interface into the center of the screen so you can see it. I'm going to go over the interface with you. We do have a very good help file for this program with the program right now. You can see that you have a series of tabs, and each tab contains certain organized functions so that you can go to each tab for whatever your needs are. We have basically a display pane here, which will display a thumbnail of the image that you might be clicking on or that might be processing at the moment. It's not really meant for viewing per se, it's just meant to keep track of what's going on. And also when you apply the stamp, you make the stamp you want and you apply it, it'll show you generally where it's going to show up on your page, and all that's very handy. But since you're not doing document review with this, you're basically just processing. It helps you keep track of the processing. So in the file control pane, these are going to be your source files. So I've made up a little folder there of source files. You can add a directory. You can add just a file or individual files. So that would be, say you had a list of files that you had taken out of the larger amount, and you just want to produce those, or you just have an interest in certain files, You can pick them individually and add them into the work pane. You can import documents from a scanner. So someone would attach a scanner to the program and scan in documents directly into the program. That's possible. You can remove all of your source files out of the working pane, or you can remove just certain files. You have here a destination directory, and it defaults to C, and it's really important that you set up a particular folder you want it to be in. The other thing about that is it has to be an actual folder. Sometimes you see where if you just write it in here, the program will create that folder for you. This program doesn't do that. So you need to actually create the folder and then point to it. Okay? Here we have start, and that starts the process. Okay, so let's just get a file folder in here, and there we go. Now the other thing with this program is it doesn't really work on subfolders at this point. That's coming, but it will work on a folder. So when you pick a folder, it will be the top folder. It won't do subfolders. Okay, just so you know that. So what I would do in practice would be to everything that I needed to stamp for a project or production, I would just copy into one folder and just let the stamper go. And if there were hundreds or thousands of documents, then I would just let it go and do other things. Okay, so now we have our project loaded in. This is, as I told you, it was just a general idea of what the image is looking like, and basically tells you the difference between open space and something with something written in it. So that will be helpful for placement.